This is the old handheld brush cutter that will be used for the project. After being used for a long time, the machine has been left in poor condition and is no longer being used. Instead of replacing it with a new engine, the old machine will be completely taken apart and restored. The goal is simple: recover the engine and turn it into something that can do a completely different job. But an engine alone cannot move a boat. It needs a way to transfer its power into the water. And for that, another discarded machine will be given a second life. The next part of the project starts with an old fan that would normally be thrown away. Rather than letting it become scrap, its blades will be modified and turned into a homemade boat propeller. The original shape is adapted for the new purpose, and the center is prepared so the propeller can be connected to the drive system. Little by little, the discarded fan starts to look completely different. What was once designed to move air is now being prepared to push water. But even with the propeller finished, the project still has one major challenge. The old brush cutter engine has to be restored and made ready to power it. Now the attention returns to the old brush cutter engine. After years of use and being left unused, the engine needs a complete restoration before it can be used again. The engine is taken apart, and the individual components are cleaned and washed. Dirt, grease, and old buildup are removed from the parts. The components are then prepared for restoration, with some parts being cleaned while others are repainted to give the old machine a fresh appearance. Slowly, the difference becomes visible. The parts that once looked worn and forgotten are starting to look clean and usable again, but restoring the appearance is only part of the job. Everything still needs to be assembled back into one working engine. And this time, the engine is being prepared for a completely different purpose.
Nước con thấy không?
With the parts cleaned, restored, and repainted, the engine can finally be put back together. Piece by piece, the components are returned to their original positions. The old brush cutter gradually becomes a complete working engine again. But instead of being connected to a cutting head, this engine will now be connected to a drive shaft. At the other end of the system is the homemade propeller made from the discarded fan. The two discarded machines have now become one unusual propulsion system. The engine provides the power. The shaft transfers that power, and the homemade propeller will turn that rotation into thrust. After all the cleaning, restoration, modification, and assembly, the system is finally ready for the final review. Now there is only one question left. Can this old brush cutter engine actually power a boat? transformation is now complete. An old handheld brush cutter that was no longer being used has been restored and turned into the power source for a homemade boat propulsion system. And an old discarded fan has been given a completely different purpose as the propeller. Instead of throwing these machines away, their useful parts have been reused to create something completely new. It is a simple idea, but an interesting example of how old equipment can be transformed with a little creativity and mechanical work. Now the real test begins. Will this homemade propulsion system actually lead the way?